Welcome to this explainer. If you've ever felt like modern travel is basically just an endless exercise in elbowing your way through crowded tourist traps, well, you're absolutely not alone. The era of over-tourism is pushing smart travelers to look elsewhere. Today, we're revealing exactly how to escape all that chaos by checking out 10 incredible emerging destinations for 2026. These are the places hitting their absolute stride right now, offering authentic, unforgettable adventures well before the rest of the world catches on. We're going to group these hidden gems into 4 massive trends reshaping smart travel today: the 2026 travel shift, sustainable and wild encounters, affordable luxury and coastlines, and revived cultures and safer roads. Let's dive right into Section 1, the 2026 travel shift and the literal billions in new infrastructure making it all possible. Now, these spots aren't just trending by chance or because of some lucky algorithm. As you can see by this data, they are backed by massive strategic investments. We're talking billion-dollar national strategies. Instead of just building giant, soulless resort complexes to pack people in, Portugal is doubling down on sustainable luxury. Japan is pouring resources into cultural hubs outside of Tokyo. Rwanda is going all in on ecotourism, and Georgia, they're combining their legendary wine tourism with mountain adventures. They're basically building the perfect foundation for modern travelers while strictly preserving exactly what makes them so special. So picture what this actually looks like on the ground. You've got upgraded airports that act as regional hubs, brand new highway systems, and widespread digital connectivity like 5G and mobile payments everywhere. What this really means for us is that you can now reach the world's most authentic, pristine experiences without needing, expedition-level planning or a satellite phone. The friction of travel has pretty much been completely removed. Moving right along to Section 2, sustainable and wild encounters, where tourism is actually a force for good. In these specific nations, your visit actively funds conservation, fights climate change, and empowers local communities. Take Rwanda, for example. Ecotourism revenue there has skyrocketed, like up 300% since 2010. Every single trucking permit sold goes straight into conservation efforts. It pays local guides and trackers, and 10% of park entrance fees go directly back into community projects like schools and clean water. And the results? They are phenomenal. This model has actually helped the mountain gorilla population jump by over 30% in the last decade alone, and former poachers are now proudly employed as protectors. It's a total game changer. Just off the coast of Africa, Madagascar is taking this community-led model even further. It's a literal natural laboratory where roughly 90% of the wildlife, like these amazing lemurs, exists nowhere else on Earth. But instead of the old slash-and-burn farming, new eco-lodges are giving local communities a direct financial stake in protecting their environment. Locals are transforming into passionate conservation champions, making sure these otherworldly landscapes stick around for generations to come. Then, over in the Himalayas, Bhutan takes environmental commitment to a whole new level. They are the world's only carbon-negative country. To keep things pristine, they use a mandatory daily sustainable development fee for all visitors, which intentionally limits mass tourism. This guarantees your trip is going to be high value, totally uncrowded, and deeply authentic. You're supporting a nation where protecting the environment literally comes before rapid economic growth. Okay, let's jump into Section 3, affordable luxury and coastlines, also known as the Mediterranean dream for way less. Look, if you are absolutely exhausted from fighting for a square inch of sand on overpriced European beaches, Portugal is your answer. They're leading this massive shift toward affordable luxury. The country has allocated over 2 billion euros toward tourism infrastructure through 2026. But, and this is key, they're doing it smart. They're focusing on sustainable luxury accommodations, like turning beautiful historic buildings into boutique hotels. This preserves the country's authentic charm while keeping everything incredibly accessible. Just look at the crazy contrasting costs here. It's night and day. You could practically sell a kidney for a 400 euro night in Paris, right? But in Porto, a stunning 5-star boutique hotel is closer to 150 euros. Oh, and you want world-class wine tastings? In the Douro Valley, that's just 25 to 40 euros. You get Michelin-starred dining, private guided tours, and pristine beaches for an absolute fraction of what you drop in France or Italy. And if we head a bit further east, the value gets even crazier. This isn't Greece or Croatia. This is Casamo Beach along the Albanian Riviera. Albania has these crystal-clear Mediterranean waters, pristine hidden coves, and gorgeous traditional mountain villages. The best part? Beachfront hotels here can run you as little as 30 to 50 euros a night. No way, right? It offers the exact same breathtaking beauty as the famous Mediterranean coasts, but without the crushing crowds or those totally inflated price tags. And for a completely unique blend of affordability and heritage, you have got to check out Georgia. They invite you to experience their incredible 8,000-year-old Qvevri winemaking traditions. That's where the wine is fermented in these large underground clay vessels. You can actually enjoy a massive multi-course traditional meal with wine for under $20, all while staring at the dramatic snow-capped peaks of the Caucasus Mountains. It is absolute premium quality minus the premium price. Finally, we arrive at Section 4, Revived Cultures and Safer Roads, highlighting nations that have been completely reimagined. Some countries are just completely shattering their outdated historical reputations. Just look at this number, 50%. Let that sink in for a second. That is the massive drop in homicide rates across major tourist areas in Colombia over the past decade. Because of that incredible drop, Colombia has completely transformed from a cautionary tale into a premier, ultra-safe travel destination for 2026. The U.S. State Department has actually lifted travel advisories from most regions, and the government has invested heavily in tourist police and modern security protocols. So it is safer than ever to explore Colombia's unparalleled biodiversity, check out Amazon rainforest lodges, or wander through vibrant, highly innovative cities like Medellin. Meanwhile, over in Central Asia, Uzbekistan is completely reimagining how the world accesses it. They have aggressively slashed bureaucratic red tape. We're talking visa-free entry for citizens of over 80 countries, super streamlined e-visas for others, and they've built these incredibly modern high-speed rail connections. Now you can seamlessly zip between its ancient Silk Road cities in a matter of hours. So what's the payoff for you? Well, it means you can finally walk through and photograph awe-inspiring UNESCO World Heritage Islamic architecture, like the stunning Registan Square right here, and actually engage with authentic artists and cultures well before the massive waves of mainstream tourism inevitably show up. And then there's Japan. They are heavily innovating with their post-Olympic technology to blend seamlessly with ancient traditions, and they're specifically encouraging visitors to get out and explore rural communities way beyond Tokyo. Get this, they're rolling out augmented reality-powered temple tours, where history literally comes to life in front of you, smart translation devices for traditional tea ceremonies, and even an AI-powered app that matches you with local families for totally authentic dining and cultural exchanges. How cool is that? So zooming out to look at the whole global landscape, from the inspiring community-led ecotourism in Rwanda to the jaw-dropping affordability of Albania and Georgia and the beautifully revived cultures in Japan and Colombia, these 10 countries offer what I like to call the holy trinity of modern travel: deep authenticity, incredible affordability, and genuine sustainability. The heavy lifting has already been done. The billions in infrastructure are ready, the high-speed trains are running, and the safety is totally secured. But make no mistake about it, the window of opportunity to experience these stunning destinations as true, uncrowded hidden gems, it is closing fast. So as you sit down to plan your upcoming adventures for 2026, I want to leave you with one big question. Will you book before the crowds arrive? Are you ready to step off the beaten path and experience these remarkable places before the rest of the world catches on? Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer, and here's to traveling smarter.